What do you think the most character developing moment in your life as an entrepreneur was that kind of has developed you as a leader?
I think I built character failing in my first company. I think that changed my life in a way that it's okay to be mistaken, and it's okay to be humble enough to understand that there's people that know more than you, than yourself, and from that point on, I realized that the best mentors that I've had, without asking them to be my mentors and without knowing myself that they were my mentors, I realized that I needed more of that people in my way, and I look for mentors that I already did what I'm about to do or what I want to do, and people like that love to give back what they're good at, and so it's really easy. It's really easy in that be humble enough to, because to be a CEO or to be a leader, you need to be self-confident, right? And know what you're doing, and so what happened to me, I was really young, but what happened to me is that I covered myself in I know what I'm doing, and so I didn't realize that maybe I thought that I knew. There's a lot more that you don't know, and there's a lot of stones that you're gonna flip on, or I don't know how to say it, but you're gonna face a lot of challenges, and there's someone else that did that challenge already, and they can tell you, look at that, don't hit that well. I hit that well. Don't do it again. Don't do it like me. Let me help you. And so in the entrepreneurial journey, you're always doing things that are first time for you. Maybe you're a serial entrepreneur and you know how to get to a company to a Series A, and you know how to build your team, and you know to get to product market fit, and you know how to raise money. That's okay. But you're doing that with a new company in a new industry with a new product. So you're always doing new things, and so I believe the most valuable thing about my character is knowing that there's someone else that already did it, and I have self-confidence that I can learn that, but I'm humble enough to ask for help, and it's really easy to get help because that people want to give back.
They're there, aren't they? Whenever you're there, when you're humbled enough to be able to be receiving it, they oftentimes show up.
So that was my building character. I think as an entrepreneur, and I think in a spiritual way was to realize that this life for me at least was about giving. It's not about anything else. I really enjoy that. I've been receiving a lot more than I'm giving. That's why, and I got into a loop that I feel in debt with everyone around me, right? They're really helping me in ways that I couldn't imagine when I started helping without asking anything in return. And so, and I really enjoy giving. It's really easy to go to a place and try to give. You go to a place trying to get a customer. You go to a place trying to get an investor, and you can easily go home without that objective. But if you go to give and you go to help, it's really easy to go home with your objective accomplished.
The universe, God, created this wavelength amongst all of us that the most joy actually comes from the giving. And it's so hard for so many of us to realize that and act on it. But because society and business and everything else, it's actually the inverse, right? They kind of push you in the opposite direction. But the source of joy is the giving of yourself and your resources and to others. And it's like this little secret of the universe, and you've clearly discovered it. And I love it. My parent company, Bridgeway Capital Management, founder John Montgomery founded his company 30 years ago, and from day one said he was going to give 50% of his profits away, and has done so for 30 years. And as a consequence of that, just to share some inspiration, he ended up funding his foundation, the foundation that is run by my dear friend Shannon Sedgwick Davis, and they went after the prevention of genocide in the world. And so here you have this financial company that went after the prevention of genocide, and basically went out and dismantled the LRA and Lord's Resistance Army, and put an end to the most gruesome, darkest place and activity in the world. And it's because they chose to give. And I tell you, John and Shannon, I mean, they wouldn't walk away from those giving dollars for almost anything in their life, because it's the source of their greatest joy, And I mean, they love what they do from a business standpoint, but the business is enabling the greatest joy in their lives. And I see that in your face, for those that can't see. And it's clearly, you've discovered that in the heart of your business. And I'm just so grateful for you that it's fun to find another soulmate in the category. So I think it's just terrific. It's so terrific to hear your story, David. Just closing up, any advice that you would have for your younger self? I can almost guess what it's going to be, but it's a fun question to ask as we close up. For someone that's kind of gone down the path a little bit, what would you say to? I mean, there's a strong movement towards impact, right? And some people could get kind of maybe a little callous on it. It's so soft. What's your recommendation to those that are entering the business world, or those that are in midstream with their business right now, how they should consider engaging the world and themselves?
Yeah, well, I would say maybe a few things. The more obvious is be humble enough to ask for help in every aspect of your life. It doesn't have to be only business. It can be like mental health, and it can be like relationships, or it can be like, I don't know, getting things in order or whatever. And whatever you're struggling, somebody else already did, and they are open to help. So don't be afraid to ask. That's it. And you will receive a lot. And the other one is you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait to have to give. You just give, and you will have. And so. If you give, you will always have, and I think it took me years to realize that I was taking from the life that I wanted to have things, and so try to give. And in terms of business, always give. Don't try to charge more. Don't try to use the contract to get more of what you deserve or what you think. In business, especially here in Latin America, because it's more a world, right? But if you do things right, you will get things right on return, and if you do things wrong, you will get wrong things on return. And so, and I actually believe in karma, in business karma, and so as soon as you can, try to give to your employees, try to give to your clients, try to give to your investors, whatever they need. Investors might not need money. Investors might need involvement. Investors might need to be heard. Investors might want, I don't know, be recognized. And so if you care about giving, you will really quickly understand what people are looking for, and you will be able to help. It's going to be clear for your eyes. If you're looking to help, you will quickly understand what people are looking for, and you will be able to help. And so, when you start helping, you will receive. Think about my 10% of my exit was to invest in Betterfly. That gave me 150x. And that was all about giving. I was not expecting anything in return. That was, give to a company that I believe is gonna be a world changer, and that was it. I was not expecting anything in return, and I got that. And so it can be a coincidence, of course. Everything can be a coincidence, But the way I experienced that experience in my life, I firmly believe that you have to give. That's it. You want love, give love. You want to have good friends, be a good friend. You want to have a good business partner, be the best business partner you can be, and you will get back. Life. If you see on Earth, for people that are not watching, planet Earth, there's magnetic fields doing this, and there's like shorter rounds and bigger rounds. You will receive maybe tomorrow, or maybe the round is going to be longer, and you will receive in a decade. But everything what goes around comes around.